Right, this is actually my 10th take on this, so let's hope I get it right this time. This is my new book, The Adventures of Donald and Co, and I'm going to take you through a little bit about what it's about, because I've mentioned a few times, I mentioned earlier this week that it will be available to buy soon, but very few of you actually know what it entails. So it's quite a big book, quite thin. It's 91 pages, and hello Star, and it includes a lot of pictures and a lot of text. So it's not just like a picture book, and it's not just like a boring story either. There's lots of pictures. You can see there's Donald on his trip out to Wales in his harness. There's a few pictures of Donald, and it basically takes you through it. So it's a factual book, but it's written in story form. So yeah, it's a factual book written in story form, and it takes you through Donald's journey as a troubled young rat who I had a few issues with. Well, he had a few issues actually. He was quite aggressive. He was aggressive towards his cage mates, who I'd adopted. They weren't related to him. And then I had another group of 4 girls: Violet, Ivy, Jasmine, and Poppy. Violet ended up getting pregnant, and for the rest was history. You probably followed quite a few of my posts if you're looking at my page a few years ago when Violet had her babies. And then Donald ended up living with all the babies, so he ended up being this big pimp rat, and then after that they became quite successful. Stop it, you. They became quite successful at rat shows with all the rosettes and that. So it follows the journey from. It follows Donald's whole journey from a young aggressive rat to a humble old man. So I'm not overly good at explaining, but I'll just show you a few pages. So it's in chronological order as well. So here's a few pictures and text from when Violet had her babies, and I've got loads of baby pictures. You can see them all when they were babies. Decent quality print as well. So it takes you through all that, and then there's the twist of a tale where Donald ended up getting neutered and joining all the girls, and then he had his intros with the girls, and later on when they ended up going to the rat shows, so that was when they won the first rosettes in Carlisle. They had the birthday there, stayed over in a hotel in Newcastle. They became very seasoned travellers, more rosettes. That's when Jasmine won her agility shield. And then for bookends, when Donald dies. So it's quite a sad end, but it's quite humorous. I've tried to make it quite humorous as well, because there is some funny stuff in there. So as you can see on the back, The Adventures of Donald and Co takes you through Donald's journey from a young aggressive rat, as I've already said, unhappy living with his brothers, and into a mature loving old rat adored by his girls. It also takes you through the journey of Violet and how she brought up all of her babies, blah blah blah. And what I want you to gain from this mainly is to see how much love rats can give. And I've had many pets. I've had guinea pigs, dogs, cats, but for one type of pet that has really does something for me, I just love rats. They're such misunderstood pets. So it's a really nice story. It's aimed at anyone really. It's aimed at kids. It's aimed at adults. It's very readable language, easy to understand. I've got a few pointers here. So for book is on Amazon. Now this paperback, it's $9.99. Now personally I would have had it a little bit cheaper, but because of the printing costs and the amount of pictures in there, that wasn't possible. But if you buy it on Kindle, if you've got a Kindle, it's £5. So it's available on that as well. I'll also be getting my own bulk, which if people want to get any directly from me, they can, but that won't be for a while. But it's available now on Amazon. It took me about a year to write altogether, on and off, and I'm really pleased with the finished product. So if you've got any more questions, just ask me and I'll get back to you.